Yo, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me for another manga chapter review. And in today's video, we're going to be going ahead and reviewing the new chapter for Black Clover, chapter 319, Grand Magic Knights versus the King of Devils. And before we jump into the video, guys, I just want to go ahead and quickly thank you guys for all of your support. It really has been very motivating to keep these videos up, and I definitely continue to bring you guys even more content. So after this review, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Hero review as well as my Jujutsu Kaisen review. And if you guys do like today's video, consider hitting that like button and leaving a comment down below of what you thought of the chapter and what you think is going to happen next chapter. Definitely interested to hear your guys' thoughts on that. And if you do like what you see here, consider sticking around and hitting that subscribe button, as it definitely helps me out and helps spread the channel out a little bit more. So with all that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and just jump into the damn chapter already. Jumping into the chapter, we begin with Captain Charlotte immediately realizing Lucifer's overwhelming power by stating that he has an intense amount of gravity. Without Rill's magic strengthening them, even us Grand Magic Knights would be unable to fight. With the battle-crazed Leona and Jack disregarding their own safety and charging in against Lucifer, they charge in and unleash a barrage of attacks, but unfortunately to no avail, with Leona saying that she cannot burn him, as well as Jack stating that he cannot cut him. Lucifer, unimpressed with their attempts, immediately states how their magic power is pointless, before driving both of them to the ground. With Nozel trying his luck against Lucifer this time, it is met with the same result as both Leona and Jack. As he charges in, he is immediately within an instant met with a grueling palm to the face and sent back to the ground from whence he came. With Fuegoleon seeing this, he takes the opportunity to strike from behind Lucifer. Using Salamander as a cover shot, he tries to charge in, but is met with the same fate. All Magic Knight captains' attempts being thwarted within an instant, Dorothy takes this time to try to lock Lucifer within Glamour World, but unfortunately Lucifer's overwhelming gravity magic as well as his presence is enough to break and shatter Glamour World, sending Dorothy flying as he utters pointless. With Seke looking on, completely terrified at the carnage with all of the Grand Magic Knights and Lucifer, he states that the captains can't even get a solid hit in. Within this world is this magic power. Even I can't tell against this guy. Winning is not even a possibility. Charlotte and Rill being the final Magic Captain Knights, they try their attempt on Lucifer in a joint attack, but unfortunately is left with the same result as all of the other Magic Captain Knights. Lucifer, seemingly unimpressed at these Magic Captain Knights, tells them the very idea that you humans would even think to fight me is revolting. You all should have gotten on your hands and knees and despaired. Leona, refusing to go down, tries to get one more attack in on Lucifer before Lucifer nonchalantly swats her down to the ground, telling Lucifer, unfortunately, that's not how we do things. No matter how inferior we are to you, we've been given the title of the strongest. Lucifer being completely taken off guard by the blindside attack by Asta, Asta states within the final panel, you have no idea what it means to be a Grand Magic Knight. This final panel showing us Asta jumping back into the fight with all of the Magic Captain Knights, it leaves off on a cliffhanger as to whether or not Asta will be the only one to get in a successful attack against Lucifer. As we close the chapter out, we are left to wonder what will happen to Lucifer as well as Asta in the next chapter. And alright guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the synopsis for chapter 319 for Black Clover. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into my overall review and thoughts for the chapter as a whole. And man guys, I have to say this chapter was absolutely awesome. This chapter just had so much action-packed panels in it. It was just absolutely incredible. There wasn't a lot of dialogue in this chapter. It was just straight action, just straight hands. It was just an awesome thing to see. Now, like I say before in all of the other reviews, I feel as though, given the break that they had, I feel as though this chapter could have been a little bit longer. It's just, I feel like I read this in like 2 minutes. Like, and it's just because there was so much action, there wasn't a lot of narrative and dialogue. It just really felt like you blinked your eyes and you were already done. But what they did do with it, what Yuki Tabata did do with this chapter, I find just absolutely amazing. Being able to see all of the Grand Magic Captain Knights fight against Lucifer is just a joy to see. Now, it was a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie, to see just the Magic Captain Knights get their shit pushed in by Lucifer. I would have liked maybe some of them, maybe Leona, or just any of the Magic Captain Knights be able to at least get a hit on Lucifer. Lucifer is an absolute fucking tank. He literally cannot get hit. Who was the only one who was able to hit him? Asta? Yeah, Asta was the only one able to even damage him, and that was just sort of pricking his finger, cutting his finger when he tried to hit him, and Lucifer stopped his attack. So Lucifer is a real problem. He is a real problem in this chapter, and ever since he showed up in the previous chapters. So what I would like to see in the next chapter is I would like to see perhaps more Magic Knights join the fray, because obviously the Magic Captain Knights cannot do it themselves. Now, will Asta be the tipping tide for the battle? We don't know yet, so we will just have to wait and see. Now, will Asta and Yuno... I think the way this battle will end, I think it's going to be Asta and Yuno, and then Yami and Vengeance delivering a coordinated final attack on Lucifer to end out the battle. That's what I feel like. I feel like it would be very fitting, because both of them lost their captains and people who they admire a lot. So I feel as though that'd be a nice sort of way to wrap up the fight. But from what I'm seeing in this chapter and what we are seeing in this chapter against these Magic Knights as well as Lucifer, Magic Captain Knights I should state, this battle is not ending anytime soon. And then not to mention the other mysterious demon that has unfortunately not really done too much except hype Lucifer up in the previous chapters. He definitely could go in and help Lucifer if he wants. Now, like I stated in my prediction video, my theory video for that mystery demon's identity, I feel as though he might have his own agenda. I feel as though he might actually not want to help Lucifer. He might try to get the Magic Knights to get rid of Lucifer in order for him to have whatever agenda he has fully come to fruition. But like I said, guys, that's all I can really speculate as of now. There isn't too much evidence we can go on, unfortunately, but man, this chapter, out of 10, I would give this chapter a 9. The only thing holding it back from a 10, unfortunately, I mean, no, I think I'll give it a 10. Because unfortunately, the precedent we've been left with the Black Clover chapters is they're incredibly short. Like, I feel as though at this point we shouldn't really dock it for that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. This chapter was fucking fire. But like I said, perhaps maybe after the movie or after they're done like doing a lot of the grunt work for the movie, perhaps we can start to see even longer chapters as we previously did. But unfortunately, this is all we have so far. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, I ask that you please go ahead, consider sticking around and hitting that subscribe button, as well as liking the video and leaving your comments and thoughts down below in the comments section. So I read all of the comments, I respond to all of you guys, and I appreciate all of your criticism, whether it be positive, negative, or just things you think I should try out in the future. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be back with you guys for the My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter reviews. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see ya.